Hello. So here we are. Um, this is the island now. I've flattened it out. I crafted a drum and got some buckets and took all the water out. Slimes don't seem to spawn on there. I thought they would spawn without the water, but it looks like I'll probably need to put a bit of a lake in there as well if I want the slimes to spawn. But at the moment, I'm fine with it looking like that. So what I want to do today is I want to set up a mob farm, and I'm going to do it down around here. So the plan is that this will contain a mob farm here, and then a little bit further along, since this is the plains biome, we will put another try for a passive mob farm and see if we can get it going there. So yeah, today we'll be creating the area, the mob farm, and putting a platform down, and basically it'll be a standard mob farm, which is where you put a platform, you have a big column, a big tower, and then up at the tower you have more platforms which kept dark, and so that's where the mobs spawn because it's dark enough for them. And then you have some fans on the edge, and the fans blow the mobs down into the middle, which then they drop down the tower and fall to their death. So it needs to be quite tall for that to happen. But yeah, that's how we'll do it. That's how we get the drops. Then from there we will suck up the drops and put them into an item sorting system, which will then put them into storage, and we will build another smeltery over there which will smelt down the smeltable items that we get from the mobs, so things like all the iron armor and all that sort of stuff. Later on I might be able to show you how to actually make a nether portal. The main reason I can't right now is that I need an obsidian, a diamond or better pickaxe to actually break the obsidian. So for the moment, that's the only one, and I actually got that obsidian from the loot bags. You can make it yourself, but again, you need a diamond pickaxe. So I haven't had enough diamonds to actually make any pickaxes. So we'll ignore that farm for a second, and I'll show you. So this is how you make obsidian. You have water, and then what you do is you get a lava bucket, and you have this water running into this square here, and you put lava in it, and it turns into obsidian. Now, water and lava can interact in several different ways. There's cobblestone, stone, and okay, there must be a dark spot here. I am so glad that was a skeleton and wasn't a creeper or anything that was going to blow up. Okay, so I just turned on F7 mode, which shows me all the dark spots. Yeah, so dark spots over here. We go there and there. That should be off. Turn that off. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, yes. So it can make cobblestone, stone, and obsidian. So with stone, what that is lava, and then you put water on top of it, I think. Anyway, the different directions for both the lava and the water to be flowing generates the different stone and all that sort of stuff. So I know the obsidian one because that's the most useful one to use. You might have seen in Etho's video, he set up the cobblestone generator, which is again, yeah, another way to use the water and lava, and that would have shown you how that interacts together. by doing it. This is done with the machine, with the transfer node, but yeah, you can do it manually and do that a lot quicker in the game, which I didn't do. So, we will get to this garden here. So, one of the mods in Project Ozone to Reloaded is AgriCraft. Now, AgriCraft kind of redoes the way that you grow things in Minecraft and makes it a bit more of an in-depth system, which is nice. I like AgriCraft. So one of the things it does is it adds a whole bunch of new plants that you can grow to actually make growing worth it, and also changes some of the vanilla stuff as well. So you see here we've got pumpkins and we've got sugarcane, and for those of you who have seen it in vanilla, you will realize that they definitely look a bit different. So one of the things that AgriCraft does is it adds stats to seeds. So it adds 3 stats: growth, gain, and strength. And what these are is growth is how fast the seeds grow to maturity, and gain is how much of that resource you can get when you harvest it, and strength is is something that Project Ozone doesn't use, but it's the resistance to weeds. But they, as far as I can tell, they have weeds turned off, so they can't generate. But what weeds are is, when you're growing plants, there's a chance for them to grow as weeds instead of actual plants. They are very, very annoying. I've played with them before. They slow things down immensely. So in a way, I'm kind of happy that Project Ozone doesn't have them, because it adds that extra bit of annoyance. But then it's also, you know, it's kind of going against what the mod creator wanted for AgriCraft, and you know, it just makes it so much easier. So there's 2 main things you can do with AgriCraft. So because you've got the stats, all seeds at first start at 111. So if we grab one of these random seeds I've got here, so potato seeds. So this is a seed analyzer that I have created, and you can see they start at 111. So what you do is you breed them up, and they mutate. Well, they don't mutate. They grow copies, and the copies have different stats. So as we can see here, okay, these are going to show me. So it's 442 and 432. So there, if we grab all these, let's check that out. That one. So if we take this seed, we put it in there, it analyzes it. Okay, so it's a 452. That's another unidentified seed. It's 453. So we will use those 2. So what we do is we put 2 put some crop sticks down, and then we plant the seed in it. And let's plant the other seed. And the other seed. So once we've got those will grow. Now to make them grow copies, we put our double sticks down on the corners. So it has to be diagonal, and it does that. And then they will grow 2 new plants of hemp, and they will hopefully have better stats than their parents. And that's how you can get them all the way up to the maximum stats, which is 10, 10, 10. So if you can be bothered, which I can't with hemp at the moment, I don't know particularly whether I need it or not, and I'll do that later. There is an automated machine you can get that'll that'll do much of this for you, so I don't want to do too much of these things. So yeah, so I'm leaving those at that. I needed the hemp for creating one of the machines that we will look at in a little bit, but it was this one here, this survivalist generator. So and look, the copper coil requires a hemp rope coil, which requires hemp. So that's why I grew some hemp. I've got enough for that now. So the other way you can have seeds is you can mutate them. So there are certain recipes for these things. I don't know if there's a central place to look for those. I believe there is a book for AgriCraft. There's quite a lot of mods that are complex. Do have books in game that you can read through, which is rather nice, and have a lot of information for you. So this is what you call mutating. So, for example, I know that pumpkin plus sugarcane creates poppy seeds. So what I did was sugarcane only grows on sand, so I put down some sand and grew some sugarcane and grew some pumpkin, and then put the double sticks in the middle, so it has to be a line this time, not diagonal. Ignore the other pumpkins over there, I just like pumpkins. And when they grew, they would create this fella. So we now have a poppy seed. Awesome. So again, because this is a new seed, this will come out 111. What I'll do is very precious to me. You can go there. I need to empty some of my inventory out. And then I can show you some of the quests related to that. So we might start. I don't have any chests put down, so I can. I've got a whole bunch of netherrack and crushed netherrack, which I got from the nether. So crushed netherrack is just getting the netherrack. You place it down in a big block, and then you use a hammer and you hammer it, and it gives you crushed netherrack. And then the crushed netherrack is what you can use in the sieve. But as far as I can see, it doesn't really give you any kind of ores or anything that I either need or kind of think I'll need in the future. So I'm leaving that for now until the sieving process is more automated. Yeah, I think that, no, that's Tinker's, more Tinker's books. A 10-year book. Cooking book. Anyway, pretty sure there's a book somewhere. What I was looking for was just... let's use this one. So I'll just put all this stuff in here. Yes, we'll go with that. Wood. Everything's getting full up. I really need storage system. Let's see if there's randomly anything good here. There's an artifact. We should be able to put those in here mostly. No, not those ones. Chance to go. Should be able to. Yeah. What do we get? Heals the player when equipped. What have I got? Damage resistance, restores health after taking lethal damage. So we will chuck that out because I don't need this one. And I don't need the dandelion, so that does well. So, what was I doing? Right, I will go, I will just leave that, the plants there. What we'll do is we will finish one of those quests. I believe it's in beta. Yep. Ah, damn. Quest is for all of them. Okay, so this is a good thing to see. So take dandelion seeds and poppy seeds growing on either side, then they will mutate into blue orchid seeds. So we can go through all these. So it's like dandelion. Okay, so dandelion is melon and sugarcane. Okay, I can do that pretty easily. I'll just take out the pumpkin and put a melon seed there. And then that can grow and mutate while we're doing other things. Grab that. Stick. Yeah. Sticks. I got bone meal? No. Okay, we won't bone meal. So what bone meal is it's basically fertilizer and it makes it grow a lot quicker. So otherwise this will take a few minutes to become mature, which is fine. We're doing other things, we're not sitting there waiting for it. I'll leave it there. Just dump a bunch of this stuff, even though this is definitely not where it should go. And I'm running low on torches, so I'll just put more of those just in case. Right, so first thing we need for the platform is a whole bunch of slabs. So we'll grab all my slabs, and we will grab a bunch of bubble. We have a pencil or something. Probably not. Yay. Should we make one? Let's see. So, I don't know if I made a pixel on the screen before, but pixel stands for pickaxe, axe, shovel. So, it's pixel. And what this does is, basically it's one tool that does everything that all three tools do. So pickaxe does stone, so it does stone, axe does wood, so it does wood, and shovel does dirt and sand, so it does dirt and sand. So, yeah, that's what that is. Anything else? Why was I over here with that? Oh, right, I was looking at wands. Yeah, let's take a look at this. So, these look pretty insane. So basically the only ones I can make at the moment are stone wand, the iron wand, and the diamond wand. But the diamond wand, even though it only takes one diamond, I really don't have any diamonds to waste, if any diamonds at all. I got one diamond. Actually, no, I will make it, but I won't use it for the base. I'll use it for the tower. It's so much easier. You'll definitely see as soon as I use it how crazy good it is. Actually, I'll make... Do I have any... I will make a couple of iron ones. They're nowhere near as good as the diamond ones, but they're still a lot quicker than manually placing all of this blocks yourself. So 6 sticks we will create. So the tooltip tells you. So it says maximum 9 blocks at a time. This does maximum 1,561 blocks. So yeah, definitely way better. So as you can see, the melons has grown just a little bit. I'll just leave them to go. And we'll come down here and we will build out a little bit. Now I want to kind of be far away enough that monsters spawn and everything, but I don't want to be too cramped. So, is this just pure slab? Yeah. So we will probably, let's go from here. So 4 wide, which gives us 2 wide with fences on either side. And probably here is all good. So, yep. So I'll show you how the wand works. So as you can see, it's showing the edge, and basically lets you place 9 blocks at a time. See how quick that is? The diamond one is crazy. You just do like a whole layer of stone in one click. So good. Alright, so what I want is, you probably want to go for a couple. So I have died once. I don't know if I mentioned that. What happened was I needed to kill an Enderman for a quest, and they're really kind of easy to kill if you know how to do it, because you can kind of cheat them a little bit. Because they're 3 blocks high, but you can fit in a 2 block high area. So what you do is you create a 2 block high platform that you can stand under and they can't get to you. And they're really, really easy to aggro because all you need to do is look at their face. So you just look at their face and then they get really angry at you for looking at them, even from really far away. And they come after you. So I was standing there and I got a couple to get angry with me, and I was trying to get them to come and get me. And one of them did, and he was stupid enough. So Enderman teleport, and this guy teleported into the smeltery. And so I can hear him dying inside the smeltery, and so I rush out to go try and get the last swipe on him before he dies, and so that I can just finish the quest. And as I did that, a creeper dropped off the top of my platform and blew up right there. Now the creeper didn't kill me. Creepers hiss before they explode, so I heard the hiss and so I jumped away. I had jump boots on, but I didn't have my fly while sneaking boots. Not boots, but yeah, I didn't have any fly while sneaking. So I jumped out of the way, and unfortunately I missed the platform and I ended up falling off the edge and dropping down to the bottom of the world and dying. So the creeper didn't get me, but the fright of the creeper did, trying to run away from him. So anyway, yeah, I put some torches on the top of the platform so that wouldn't happen again, and I managed to get all the way down to there with my newly found sneak thing, so I could just drop down and sneak periodically to try and slow my descent. And when you get down there, if you can see that spot, they put a dirt block down with a grave on it, and that grave has all your stuff, so you break the grave and it pops open all your things. So I went down there with some blocks, and I put some blocks around and broke my grave and got my stuff, and then got back up. So yeah, so I've had 1 death. So if you have a look, you start with 3 lives, and we've got 2 lives left. You've currently died 1 time. So, yeah, that was that. Yeah, so that's why that is there. Now, you probably didn't notice, but there's a message that came up while I was talking that said Blood Moon is rising, and it's probably come up a couple of times. And so what a Blood Moon is that normally for mobs to spawn, the block has to be dark, and it has to be a certain distance away from you, but not too far. And so it's normally like 24 blocks away, which, you know, is from here looking over to Dark Spot over there. But when there's a Blood Moon, I believe it's more like 5 blocks away. So they could spawn like right there. They can't spawn on this because they can't spawn on these half slabs. So that's part of the reason why I've used it as the bottom, is because I can build out all these half slabs, even though it leaves that ugly little gap at the bottom. It's still safe. It's safe for me to be out here, no mobs will spawn, and I can do my thing without worrying about it. So that really disconcerts me when I just pop off the edge. So that's 2, 3, there it is. Yeah. That's 1, 2, 3, right, let's go back a whole bunch. Yeah, that should be alright. Right. Okay, enough of the platform. So what I'll do is I'll grab my boxer. Now it's night time, so I'm not going to go nuts with the blocks because it is a Blood Moon. So let's go F7. Put some in the corner. Yeah. If I was a crazy person, what I'd do is I could put that block there and then just walk off the platform that way, and something would probably spawn almost immediately. But they do have what they call John Cena creepers in this pack, and while they're hilariously funny, if you're not the one being blown up, they are very dangerous. They have a big explosion, and they explode almost immediately. There's no way of getting away from them. I can see so many skeletons and stuff inside there. You need to fix that. Right, so now if we that. Now I wish I could. Got no jump boost, I can't get up there. Right. What I might do is I might just bring it all the way through. And then get on top. You can see why I don't use builder's wands that much. This wand's almost completely finished. And there's one thing about the builder's wand is, notice how if I want to do a line, it's going to do the whole thing. Now, obviously I don't want to do the whole thing, I just want to do the floor. So you have to be careful with when you use it, that you're using it on the right things. It's doing the right amount, and it's also doing the right material, because if I put this down, if this was a diamond one, it could do this, and if I point it here, it would then place more slabs instead of the cobblestone. So yeah, just got to be careful, especially when you're doing really big amounts, and then you realise you've just messed it up. Right, where's my pack for? I'm going to stand up here, because I know that that's a full block. I don't want a full block there, I want my slab again. So just a reminder that the whole point of having the slabs there is that when I'm digging down, if I have to dig through this for any kind of reason, there we go, that I know when I've hit the ground, because there will be the gap with the slab. So if I was laying cable through here or something, and I was digging through to make a trench to put the cable, I would know that I've dug too deep, and know that before I fell through. So that's not that one. Block. Yeah, that'll work. We can go there. So what I want to do is I want to keep this part down, because I want to be able to get down there to actually place more blocks. And if I build this all the way up as high as I want it, which is another couple of levels, like these, like the smeltery and the original passive farm, that then it is too high for me to actually reach down far enough to put more slabs. So that's why this area is unfinished, is because I didn't know where I wanted to put my extra little platforms coming off at the start, because I'm not really sure what I'm going to be making platforms for, and so I didn't want to put everything down and go, oh, I'll put a big platform here and a small platform here, and then it ends up being absolutely terrible for what I want, and then I have this big issue of trying to make everything nice. Great. Okay. So we can still get back up here. And we can also drop down here. And what I'll do is right here. No, that's probably wrong. No, that's wrong. So because the difference between this height and this height is 1.5 blocks, we can only jump 1 block. We need that extra little step to get up there. Excuse me. So what I need to do now is to finish making this to the correct level so that I can start doing the tower. So as you can see, it's another 2 levels, so we'll just go straight up with the stone. And just, yeah. Some people hate the cobblestone. I don't hate it. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. So I'm fine with just building out of cobblestone. I'm not a good designer for these things, and I couldn't find any really cool designs to kind of copy or anything, so I figured, I'll just go with this. There are some cool kind of, what they call skyblock, which this is, stuff from that. There's one that I've seen that is actually cool, but it's fairly small and it's for normal skyblock. And yeah, just doesn't have that much room for things. It's made more for show than anything else, and I don't think I could really extend it for my use. Not easily anyway. And it looks pretty, but it's a lot of effort to get it to go. Which, yeah, I wanted something that looked nice right from the start, you know, really nicely planned kind of area, but I'm alright with this. I'd rather actually get things progressing at this point and try it all out, and then if I want to play again or something, you know, then I can, and maybe go through the whole process of designing. Yeah, so it just went through another one. Right. And because I'm paranoid, we will light this sucker up. And now I will go and get some fences. I'll put the fences around. I still haven't exactly thought of how to do all the pickup and stuff. I don't know if there is, if I've messed with all the kind of vanilla stuff. No, we've got a couple minecarts, look fine. The easiest one would be a vacuum chest. Okay, how do you spell vacuum on here? Yeah. But pulsating crystal, not something I can get right now, and an ender diamond, whatever the hell an ender diamond is. Okay, diamond with ender pearls. Pulsating iron. Again, this should be done in the alloy smelter, which would require me to make an alloy smelter. Right, fences. Put some fences through. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. See, success. So there's the melons, and there. Ah, gone. Pumpkin seeds, no. Oh wait, pumpkin. I don't want you holding the limelight. You want some dandelion, I believe. Dandelion or daisy, something like that. Right. Yes, so what I'm thinking about at the moment is we need a way to pick up all the items when the mobs drop and die and give off the items. So there's lots of ways of doing it. I need a way that is going to be easy for me to construct at this point in the game, because I'm not super advanced into the game, and I'm just not super advanced with my knowledge of the mods, so yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of ways of doing it. At the moment I'm leaning towards doing it in a more traditional sense. Looks like they haven't changed the recipes for a lot of the vanilla stuff. Okay, here we go. Nice and safe now. Still paranoid, but technically we should be safe. So, right. How should we do this? What I might do is we might just kind of ignore it for the moment. So let's go 1, 2, and 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, and let's pull that up. Yeah. So let's just do the whole thing. And then what I can do is then I can come back and dig a hole out of it when I need to. Okay, I need more blocks, so I'll go grab some blocks. Then we'll build up maybe 35. 35 should be fine. Build up 35 blocks. I should build the fans and stuff. I should get everything ready so that when we're up there we can just start. Try and get it all done. So it looks like the time is nearing night time, so that's good. We'll wait until night time's done before we actually get up there. Let's drop this stuff off. Don't those anymore. Keep the pixel. Oh, yeah, I dropped the pumpkin off here somewhere. There we go. Food. And we will go also. It's so nice having this generator. It just keeps it all coming in. Every time I need some, I can just come in. Very nice. Right, so it's telling me there is a bucket full of lava in there. So as soon as we're going past the smeltery, what I'll do is I'll take a bucket of lava and this thing's hungry. Now, right, what I want to do is the same as Etho did, and that's create fans. Now, where are you, fan? There's open blocks. Those are all the chisel ones, I know. Yeah. There's a there's another mod. I believe it's just called something like Mob Grinder, and it adds basically a whole bunch of blocks and helper things for creating mob farms. But I think that's more for the modern Minecraft because Open Blocks is not in. There's no version of it for the later versions of Minecraft. So anyway, we see the iron bars, iron, and then slab. So that is super duper easy. So what we'll do is we'll take all my iron because I am rich. And we'll put iron bars. Was it iron ingots? Right. Now we'll put slabs. Okay, why is that? Oh wow. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, got fans. That means we need some levers. Great. So I need the levers so that we can turn the fans on. So anyway, let's have a look here. What have we got going? No one sees. Ouch. Alright. Let's add more topsoil. Yeah, being so lucky with the last one, it immediately happened. That was the first thing that grew, was the mutation for that poppy. But sometimes it can take a while. I know I've seen some people just go through a frustrating amount of time trying to breed these things up. Which is, you know, if that was one of the main things in the mod pack or in Minecraft even, and you know, growing flowers and breeding bees, I'd still play that game. That would be a fun game to me. But you can't just do that in this pack. You know, basically one of the core things about the pack is that you have to use all of the things. You know, that it runs you through all the different mods and makes you build all the different machines, which is, you know, is cool in itself, and it gets you to do the mods and understand what they are and all that sort of stuff. But it does mean that you can't spend too much time on single mods because you're not actually going to progress. Especially because they lock a lot of recipes behind other mods. So, for example, like the alloy smelter, you need a QED machine to build that in this mod pack. You don't need that normally, which means that you need to do all the stuff to get a QED machine to do that. So you can't just pick and choose ways of doing things. You know, you need to loosely follow what they want. What am I looking at there? Right. So as you can see, it won't let us build up with the iron one, which is a pain. But that's just how it is. But look at that. Diamond wand does let you. So we can use the diamond wand to build up. So I believe tonight isn't a blood moon. Doesn't look like it. So 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. Right. Golden. Just temporarily light this up. Now you can imagine anything falling down there is going to die. Perfect for us. You can see my island looks so small now. You get a very good view of my base. And that looks so small. I can see that those things have grown another one in the middle of the garden. I can't tell if it's mutated or not. Anyway, being very careful to hold on to shift so that you don't fall to our deaths. Now I believe the fans go about 8 blocks, so we will do this to 8 blocks and hope that that works. 1, 2, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very careful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, think about this. I've got 32 fans, so I'm not going to place it facing me. Yep. Go like that. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only super thin, so what I might do is I'll just do this one and we'll leave it at that. So it's daytime now, so I won't worry too much about the torches while I'm working. Let's just try and get this thing done. So what I'll do is I'll just do the one level, we'll see if it works. I don't want to put a whole bunch of effort into making this big structure and then it doesn't actually do what I want it to. But still quite scary doing that sort of thing. This kind of float while crouching thing is not something that's in any of the other games, any of the other mods that I've played, so now is figuring out what blocks I can power to actually get these things to work. Can I power that one? Yep. Maybe I should power the one block. Right. Build out this. That's cool. I'm gonna build it. put all the levers down, and then I will build one more layer up first before I actually turn the fans on. Because the last thing I want is to turn the fans on and then they can actually blow me away. Hopefully this works. Yeah. We'll certainly know straight away. Mob farms are, when they're good, they're good. We should instantly see a whole lot of drops. Right, let's... I was gonna do this, the front facing one as well, but seeing as it's only too wide, actually I could change that, I don't know why. Actually, let's go out from here. That's the thing here. Three. Four. Yeah, so at the start I won't have any automated way of picking everything up, but it'll still let me gain a whole bunch of loot bags, and then I can grab them myself manually for now. That'll be fine. Right, let's stay around here so that we're not. But, yeah. Oh, oh. Um, oh. Ah, the dead seas. That one. Right, let's back up here. Possible. Here you can see. Right. I don't one more level. Because I do want Enderman and stuff. I won't spider-proof for now. We'll see how it goes. Use up the remaining bit of this. Here. Done. Now if I put them if I put them on the lower part, then what that means is I can come back and actually put more slabs on. So if I have enough, I bought 64, so if I don't use, I won't use 64. So I can do like I just showed you there. So what I'll do is oh, hold on. So I'll light it up. What I could have done was I could have done half slabs on here the same way that I've done down there, and then mobs couldn't have spawned on top. But if I want to put another layer on, I might as well just do it like this now. Now, one thing I want to do is, if you fall into water, that saves you. So you can fall from a great height, as long as you fall into water, then you will not take any damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly across to my water, and hopefully if I come down too hard, I won't come down too hard and die. And look, those yellow flowers there, so I've grown the dandelions like I wanted. So, yeah, there's my dandelion seeds, awesome. Then oh, look at that! Chickens! Woo! So it does work over here, it's just I haven't been getting far enough away. Oh, that's awesome, there's like 3 chickens. Whoop whoop! Chickens! Oh, and they got eggs everywhere, yes! Oh, that's cool. Heaps of chickens. Right, I'm distracted. What we want is we're going to place some dirt down there. Let's just grab a piece of dirt. So, and then if you have a mat off it, which I don't have on me. Oh, chickens. Why didn't they give me cows? Hmm? Why could you not have been a cow? I will leave you, because you will grow lots and lots of eggs for me. Even though you're noisy. So, we will now grow that there. that there. Hopefully that's picked it up. Yep. And then yellow and red make the blue. Cool. So I'll just gradually get through those as I see them happen. And that's awesome. So if I must be just enough away. I wonder if it's because I was that high. Whether that's why it decided it would spawn me some chickens. What's that? Oh, it's a chicken. You chickens. You crazy, crazy chickens. So what the passive mob farm quest, that requires, now I need beef and pork chops. So I need some pigs and some cows. That shouldn't be too hard to. If all I need to do is just spend some more time over around here. It must be the height. Oh, I can hear them. Don't. Right. What I'll do is I will grab. I've got a sword. Now, like I said previously, Enderman can teleport, but there is a sword that Ender.io gives you that stops them from teleporting if you hit them with it. So if the Enderman drop down, I saw an egg, did I? Yeah. You guys are the money makers. If an Enderman drops down and he gets hurt a little bit and he's standing in there, if I whack him with a sword, then, well, with this sword specifically, with the Ender, then you can't actually teleport out and get me. There you go, the Ender. So, what you do is, you see them, you make sure you whack them with it so that they can't get out. Otherwise, if you just try and hit them with something else, then they'll just immediately teleport out of the tower and come after you. But if you don't have really good armor, they wreck you. So yeah, let's open this puppy up and see what we've got. Right, let's get you out. Ah! Die, slime! Oh my god! Why do I suck so much? Got him. Yeah, spiders are a pain in the ass. These guys can't get through a one wide block, I already know that. Look at it all pollutes. Oh, beautiful. But yeah, you need a way to grab it all up without being a crazy person that actually goes in there. So, let's just be a crazy person. Grab as much. Whoa. Whatever that is, I want it. What can I drop? I'll drop the melon. Damn it, I want that purple thing. There we go. Nebulous Heart. Well, that's free. Right. That's awesome. Okay, what I'll do is I'll stop it here now, and we will try and sort out some kind of system to bag all that stuff up. Even if I'm not opening the loot bags yet, just being able to store them, making sure that I am getting what I want, and then I can, as soon as I can start processing them, get a crazy amount of loot. Cool. So I'll leave it here, and yeah, it's been fun. Awesome.